Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another Zenless Zone Zero reaction. Today we have Flowing Moonshade as requested by Quilos. Now this one's weird because the title Flowing Moonshade makes no sense if the character that's representing the song in Chinese is Qi, which means shave. So I'm sitting here like, what the hell? It could also mean weed, I suppose, but either way, it's just like, why? How did they get Flowing Moonshade from Qi? And even if you're looking at this in the Japanese context, that just means to cut, basically. So it's like, Nagi? Really? I'm very confused how they translated that title. But either way, maybe just shave. Maybe weed doesn't look good on an OST. But obviously I'll be getting to this one today, and apparently this one's a little underrated, which I always love getting underrated songs because there's usually no good reason for it, and it just happened to fall under the radar, and I get to hear those, which is always fun. Either way, I will be listening to it now, so without further ado, let's go! The amount of cut on that sample is bold. I mean, it fits well in with everything else going. That was a really sharp cut though. No decay at all. And this is why I wasn't worried. Because, man, they know how to handle their EDM and their samples. Man, what would this play as? Also, it does feel a little bit more Japanese, just in the musical approach to it. So maybe that's related to where it comes from. The location of it in the game, maybe. Those little synth breaks in there are kind of fun. But again, I can't really tell exactly what would be happening right now. It almost feels like a battle theme. But so do a lot of songs from Zenless. So I don't really know. For all I know, this could be for a jump rope mini game. Ooh, okay. Nice choice on the synth here. Oh, in the halftime. Just a quick shift there. Come on. It's so fun. I mean, I say this every single time. Sanzi really knows how to have fun. There's those synths again. Oh, okay. Again, I can't really tell what that would be playing during. but boy, was it a good time. All right, so now I feel a little bit stupid, and I'm sure some of you have already written comments about this, but I just realized that the comment that requested this song said it's Yanagi's theme. And while I don't know who Yanagi is for obvious reasons, I can now make a guess as to why the song's title is translated from to cut. They probably use fucking swords or something. It's probably that simple, right? Like the song feeling like a more traditional Japanese track, having that pentatonic scale being utilized, and something simple in that front, as well as I believe is probably a koto in here as the main instrument. It's like, okay, well, sure. The interesting part about that is if it's simply to cut and the song is based in this like root of traditional Japanese sound, they're probably some sort of like a samurai character. I don't know if they're like a real traditional samurai. It kind of gives that vibe. Maybe that's just the vibe they give off. But also Yanagi is a pretty exclusively female name, so maybe it's less of a samurai thing, although there have been female samurai depictions. I don't think that they would go that route for this sort of a game for some reason. It just doesn't feel right. Maybe just like a shinobi character of some sort anyway, and just borrowing from that aesthetic because they are kind of crossing paths a lot in history, so it's like, yeah, sure, why not? I mean, I really don't know. This could be a dude for all I fucking know. You know, it's just, given what I know about that name and that etymology of it, it's like, okay, so the title of the song is making more sense, but at the same time, I still don't know how they got that translation, but that's also neither here nor there. The song itself, as expected every single time, Sanzi knocks it out of the park. They do an amazing job in every single thing that they touch. I have not had a single song that I'm like, ew, gross, sounds bad. They nail the vibes, they nail the aesthetic, they nail the electronic blend, like bringing in these other sounds. This is so fucking cool. I love all the different flavor that this one had in it. There was a few different genres in here that I loved especially. Namely, there was that one spot where it kind of went to like a big room house, sort of like prog EDM, like prog trance sort of sound, and that was really fun. I love those genres in general anyway, but it was so nice to hear those extra elements tossed in, as it always is whenever Sanzi throws in a random wrench into the song. I'm like, ooh, like there's always some EDM genre that they're just like, you know what, I haven't made in a second, this one, and they just kind of throw it in there, and that's so fun. And you could tell that while they're doing that, while they're putting this little extra DNA in here, it's at the same time still not losing the element of what the song is supposed to represent. One of the main things I love all of the soundtrack and all of the OST for this game so far is because of they're so good at doing that, putting in their own fun, having their own love with it, at the same time doing exactly what I'm sure they're contracted to do, which is make songs for characters that reflect their personalities, that reflect their decisions, just the sound of the game in general, reflecting the areas you're in. They do that so masterfully every single time, and I can't get over how fun it is that they just do that all the time. I feel like that's got to be the most fun possible job ever. You get together with a bunch of producers that you're friends with and get along with, and you just make shit. And you probably make stuff every day that you love, and that's the whole cake. You know, you get to eat it too. It's so fun. I wish I was on a team of people like that. It's like being in a band of people that you've just been friends with your whole life, and now you're famous, and now you're able to do whatever, because you have the money and time to, and whatever your fans love is what you love, and that's got to be so fun for these composers. I know that there are behind the scenes videos apparently about them talking about stuff. I haven't watched any of them because I don't want anything to be spoiled inadvertently for any future reactions I may do, but I really want to see them, but I also just, I don't want anything to show up where I'm like, oh, now I can't do a video on that one, but I'm sure they have a good time. I'm sure they really enjoy their entire process, and again, being able to throw in these random genres and play around with that entire playground that is music as a whole has got to be one of the most freeing things out there, and I just love that they unapologetically do that. But I think that's about all I gotta say on this one. Surprisingly, I thought I was gonna be able to say more, but there just wasn't too much for me to dig into that I haven't said already, and I talk every single time about how much I love Sanzi and how much fun they seem to have, and I feel like I'm just a broken record at that point, so I tend to end these ones pretty soon. But either way, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have something else you want me to get to from Zenless, by all means, drop in the comments below, and I will do my best as always to get to those. But if you don't want to do any of that, maybe you just want to follow me and support me for more stuff coming in the future, You know how to do all that, and I will see all of you in the next video. Goodbye!